Welcome back. Welcome back to another Beeline to Passports. My name is Joe Batista. I'm your host. And tonight we have a special guest. This special guest, she is an actor, storyteller, story creator, producer, director, and many, many, many other hats. Her name is Ivelize Santiago. Ivelize, welcome to Be Line to Passports. Bienvenida a Be Line to Passports.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joe, for the opportunity to be here. And it's a blessing to be with all of you. Thank you for the opportunity again.
And thank you for accepting the invitation. And like every week, we ask our guests how everything started. We want to know about your childhood, your
Oh
education,
my God.
everything, everything. We're nosy here.
Oh, how's everything start? Well, I'm coming from a family that are all musicians in Puerto Rico. I'm from Puerto Rico. It's a little town called Moca. So most of my, family, my uncles, they're being musicians. They play el cuatro over there. So most of them, yeah, they're musicians. They like to write and stuff like that. So yeah, my roots are coming from a very creative family from musicians. Most of them musicians.
Awesome, awesome. And basically, all these craft about your art, craft, everything basically is a gift from God first.
Yes, yes.
And basically, you develop a very young age.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Since I'm little, well, my mom said, because I don't remember, but my mom said that I always like to be, write stories, and I have this imagination. The kids these days talk about dinosaurs and stuff like that. But my mom said when I was little, I would say that I have a friend. It was a ghost. Mama said it's a ghost, and I told stories about this
Wow.
imaginary friend that I had with me. I always been very creative in school, doing drama, theaters, and stuff like that. So yeah, being very particular person.
Awesome. And basically, you mentioned, musician, everything basically wrong on the veins. And you born in Puerto Rico when you came to the US.
I was 15 when I moved from Puerto Rico. I moved to New Jersey.
Okay.
So I'm like a Jersey Rican. So I was in Newark, New Jersey. I finished up my school over there. Get married, got my children's. Because I'm a mother of four. I have seven grandkids.
Wow.
I'm a cancer survivor. But the story, yes, I moved to from Puerto Rico to New Jersey when I was 15.
Wow. Wow. And that transition basically was a shock for you,
Yes.
moving from the island, having, all the family around and also the beach. You can basically drive to the beach
Oh
very close.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, most of my family, believe it or not, they're from Jersey. My aunts and my uncles, they live in Newark. Most of my family from my mother's side,
Okay.
they actually in New Jersey. From my parents' side, they are on the island. So, but the transition, of course, is very hard for anybody who has born and been most likely raised on an island, come to a big city, a lot of noise. Everything is different.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a little hard. It takes a little time to get adapted to that new lifestyle.
And by that time, there was some kind of arroz en habichuela,
Sí,
pasteles.
siempre, siempre, siempre arroz con habichuelas. Yeah, always the pasteles and the arroz and habichuela, but you have to go like to the city. I mean, from Newark, we used to go to a little town over there. I can't say the name, but there was like little towns that you go and then taste the Latin food over
Food.
there when you really want it. So you have the Italian food on one side, then you have the Puerto Rican one, and then you have Santo Domingo, and then you have Mexican food. So it was a variety of food all over. So yeah, that's the good part of New Jersey.
Wow, wow. And one more question regarding your education. When you transition to, you say 15, that basically is high school.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I finished high school in a school called in Barringer in New Jersey.
Okay.
Then I moved to finish up my degree administration in Essex County College.
Okay.
That's in New Jersey. So by that time I was just, I was a younger mother, By that time there was no music, there was nothing going on, just a regular Puerto Rican girl married with children, develop education. So I got my degree in administrator of business. Then I did property and casualty for Prudential Insurance for many
Okay.
years. In New Jersey, I opened my agency. I had my
Nice.
agency for insurance. Yeah. So I
Wow.
was more in the administration and business over there while I was in New Jersey.
Very nice, very nice, and that help you to. And when we come back from the commercial break, we're gonna continue talking about this. But that it help you to transition to some of the stuff that you do right now.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And we're gonna talk about that as soon we come back from this first commercial break. Let's take this first commercial break, and people stay tuned because GKI Radio have more of Miss Ivelize Santiago here in Beeline to Passports on GKI Radio. We are back. We are back from commercial break, and we're listening great music here on GKI Radio. And tonight we have a special guest. This special guest, she is a director, also producer, story creator, an actor. Her name, Ivelize Santiago. Ivelize, we were talking about when you were in Jersey, you have a degree in business administration.
Mhm.
And we know with all these roles that we said that you have been done, um, that help you, that business administration help you develop what is your career right now?
Yes, of course, of course. Okay. So when I was in Jersey, I finished business administration. I have my own business over there, Santiago Agency, as I mentioned before, working for Prudential. Then I moved from Jersey to Florida. And then I opened my own business over here. So all these knowledges that I get from Essex County College, I bought it in so I can establish my own company. So of course, it helped me out a lot.
Awesome, awesome. And when you moved to from Jersey to the Florida area?
By Charlie. I
Wow.
purchased a house a week before Charlie strike.
Talking about 2004.
Yes,
Wow.
I bought my house 2 weeks before. I did the closing 2 weeks before Charlie strike.
Incredible, because there was Charlie, Jean, and what was the other?
I know those three
There
hurricanes
was three hurricanes, and well, in what area you put the
in
house?
Poinciana.
Wow, that was the area where Charlie
Charlie
and I believe was Jean crossed.
through weather.
On that point, everybody, I remember driving that area, and you can see trees fall from on the right hand side, and a week or 2 weeks later, the trees on the
And the
left
other
hand
side,
side.
on the other side. But it was very funny because we did a closing and we were moving back. So we of course we waited until everything passed. So the only house that didn't get any damages was my house in that
Blessing.
block. So that was a blessing. But it
Yes.
was very hard. There was no power. And you come from the city.
Yeah.
So you used to hear the ambulance and everything. And all I heard in Princiana was the frogs. So all I heard was frogs, frogs, frogs. I was like, oh no, this is depressing. I have to go back. But no, we managed and we stood over here.
Wow, wow. Yeah, I remember that year. I used to work for Disney by that time.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to live in the South Orlando area, and I had a roommate. He was the owner of the house. There was a townhome, and basically he left the house, and I was there like, hey, I'm come from Puerto Rico. And that was probably by that time that was my 11th storm, several hurricanes when I used to do radio.
Oh, so you was used to.
Yeah,
For you it was
I,
like una lluviecita, another
exactly.
rain, another rain.
I prepared myself. The first thing that I did was the washing machine, fill it up
With water,
with
right?
water,
I do that. We do that in Puerto Rico.
and have several other containers around with water just in case. And but I make a mistake. I'm gonna tell you a mistake in a second. And the food, get ready. But I decided to buy ice cream. That was
Well, where you gonna put the ice cream at?
because
You don't have no power. That's it's
but
gonna melt.
exactly, and that was the mistake when they have all this event, but at least was only 3 days without power. But let me tell you, I
Oh my
was eating ice cream sandwiches left and
milkshake,
right.
milkshake, milkshake, milkshake.
I ended with a stomach ache because I was eating
Oh my
all
god!
that thing, but I was by myself.
You gotta eat like Puerto Rico does. Una
Exactly.
lata salchicha calmela,
Exactly.
galletitas, and you call it the day.
But by that time, Winn Dixie
Ah,
didn't have that stuff. Then we were okay looking for Carmela here, or looking
for
for
salchichita.
or galletas por soda.
Oh, those are the best.
And we were like,
You can
come
get
on,
galletas por
people.
soda with anything.
And the people, they were crazy trying to buy stuff like
They still
people know.
they still do. They still
Yeah.
do. They still do.
But the funny part was my roommate, he decided to leave the townhome. And the townhomes are
Yeah.
100% concrete.
Yeah. So it was okay.
That was okay, but he decided to leave, and he
You have
said,
the house for himself. That's all he
exactly.
wanted.
I was like, okay, by that time, we didn't have the internet like we do now, yeah? Well, the internet was
But you have MySpace.
one, yeah, by that time, yes.
Yeah, MySpace was the thing.
2 days without power, 3 days without power. Never we run out of water,
That's
and eating that ice cream for several days.
Poor thing.
But definitely, I remember that days in 2004, and basically you manage, dealing with that. Well, you can come from Mocha, west side of the island.
Yeah.
Uh, you pass Georges in Puerto Rico.
Which one?
Georges.
No,
No,
no, no, no,
no,
no,
you
no.
did.
Because I used to travel. I used to travel a
Okay,
lot. So
okay.
actually, I didn't get any hurricane in Puerto Rico. Actually I did. Recently I get one hurricane in Puerto Rico because I was visiting.
Okay.
But I always managed not to get none of the hurricanes in Puerto Rico. And I was blessed because I either was traveling or visiting. But yeah, I got hit with Fiona.
Oh, wow.
Fiona, yeah, I got
That
that
was
one.
before Maria.
Yeah, I got hit with Fiona. That one, yeah.
Yes, and I have a story about Maria. I used to work for a company, traveling doing drug and alcohol testings, and one of the accounts was in Aguadilla,
Ay, I love Aguadilla.
and everybody in the island can drive, don't have the opportunity, and they say, "Okay, I go
I
to
love,
Puerto Rico."
I love Aguadilla.
I went, but there was a trip that I will never remember. I don't want to remember
You don't want to remember.
at all
Amnesia total.
because the flight from Orlando didn't went. They decided, okay, no flights direct to San Juan or to any
Oh,
port.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The only way to go to Puerto Rico that was going to Miami,
Oh,
taking a flight Orlando, Miami, Miami, Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico.
ay, dale.
But the flight from Miami to Dominican Republic, there was delay
This,
over 13 hours.
ay, no, yo me
And
muero.
my basically the company say, hey, you need to be there today because tomorrow we have the collections. They're calling the collection the urine collections
Ah,
and
okay,
the
yeah,
breath
yeah.
alcohol collections because there was an airline division. Uh, and like, okay, the only way to do it, taking an American Airlines flight, paid one way $400,
Ay, Dios
going
mío.
to Puerto Rico, do the testing the day after, and the following day, try to come back. No, you can leave the island because you never show on the flight to Dominican Republic. We ended paying $1,200
Oh my
to
God.
fly the following day, only one way,
Qué
from
locura.
Puerto Rico to Atlanta, Georgia, and from Atlanta, Georgia to Orlando.
Oh, what a nightmare.
Yes, yes. The only good thing I was on first class from Puerto Rico to Georgia,
That's a crime.
but $1,200
Nah, nah,
one way.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
That's why I don't want to remember
Don't remember that.
that.
You don't want to remember that.
But yeah, being in the island, we know all the situation that happened. The power, the food, and it's all the disasters after Maria,
Yes, it
and
was. Maria was really bad.
and still, I flew several weeks ago to the island. I saw areas that still
Still
damaged
damages. There's still
7 years
damages.
after. Very sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
Now, you moved to Florida. When in Florida, when you started the productions, when you started in the acting world.
Wow. Well, first of all, I started as a musician.
Okay.
I was doing bachata,
Wow.
and everything it was, supporting the domestic violence victims. So I did my first CD calling La Dama de la Bachata, Rebelde pero con causa, rebel but cause, because I was writing how to defend, how to avoid domestic violence. So
Wow.
that's how to start. But everything was great. I was doing awesome. But God have another purpose for me in life. So I finished my CD. I started doing La Gran Alondra, which is my baby, 10 years ago, and it's a TV series that I grow myself and I start producing. In the middle of the productions, I developed cancer,
Wow.
lung cancer. I never smoked in my life, but God have another purpose for me in life. So I developed cancer, and my right lung needed to be removed. So I have to put La Gran Alondra in hole. I was 8 months in the hospital. I get out and I finish La Gran Alondra.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah.
That is basically that was a test,
Yes.
but God guides you and help you
Mm-hmm.
to achieve everything. because first of all, receiving the notice.
Yeah.
When the doctor said, "I need to talk to you."
It was
Mm,
very bad though. That moment, I always remember that moment because I was performing in Plaza del Sol in Kissimmee
okay.
when they do the opening for Plaza del Sol. And I was in the middle of a performance and I faint right there.
Wow.
When they took me to the house, make you long story short, I opened my eyes. I was in like in a plastic bag, literally
Wow.
like And I remember I seen these four doctors. Now, did you see a Latin doctor, American doctor,
Wow.
a Chinese, and another doctor coming? You know what's the first thing coming on your head, right? Like I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is my death sentence. And they just told me like right there, like I don't know how you never noticed this, but we found out you have a carcinoid, and
Wow.
it's growing. So I was bleeding internally. I started bleeding internally. They don't know how to stop it, and they told me like, unfortunately, if we don't stop this bleeding, you will not don't last 72 hours because they was. By the time I woke up, they was trying to do in transfusion, but the same way that they put in the blood, my blood was coming out through the mouth.
Oh my lord.
So there was no way they can stop it. So it was very difficult times. Um, but like I said, God have another purpose. I get out, I finish La Gran Alondra. It was the first TV series done in Kissimmee. 42 actors.
Nice.
I did the script. That was the last TV series that Pedro Juan Figueroa did in life.
Yes. Yes.
We won un Paoli. We won one Centroamericano. It was a total hit,
Nice.
and it was showing. I can say Wole TV, it was showing Univision, Mira TV. So yeah, it paid off. At the end, it paid off.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Because with you started the project, need to pause.
Yes.
Deal 8 months with this situation.
Yeah.
Then it's very hard. Seeing from the point then you faint, giving
Yeah.
the news, then do all the process. I believe
It
chemo.
was it was 14 surgeries. I ended up
Oh,
having in
wow.
those 8 months. They removed the lower lobe, then the middle, and then completely removed the lung. And then I have another surgeries because it started collapsing my other lung, and it was surgery over surgery over surgery over surgery. But then when I finally got well and everything was seems okay, I come back with another tumor. When it was like, okay, now I'm reaching up here again.
Yeah.
I'm starting doing Mundo de Lobas. I'm starting filming The Chase, three movies, and cancer comes back again.
Wow. Wow.
And that's when again I have to put everything in a stop. I moved 5 years to Puerto Rico. Um, I decided to take a break, to take chemos, but the chemos this time was on pills.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was not like infusion; it was on pills. So, and then recently, I would say on December, the week before my birthday, the doctor said I'm finally in remission
Amen.
and I'm taking over again whatever I left behind 5 years ago.
You did it once.
And
You
here
can.
we go again.
There you go.
There you
There you go.
go.
Wow. That's an amazing, amazing, amazing story. Ivelize, let's take another short commercial break.
Sure.
When we come back, we're going to talk about other areas. Now, from December, you
To
start
now.
working some projects. You start basically having, let's say, having some fun,
I did.
writing and doing some new projects. But let's talk about this in our next segment. But let's take this short commercial break. And people, remember, we are GKR Radio, and this is Beeline to Passports. Let's take this short commercial break, and we'll be right back. We are back. We are back from commercial break. We are listening great music here on GKI Radio. My name is Joe Batista. I'm the host of Beeline to Passports every Monday at 8 p.m. here in your dial. And tonight we have a special guest. This special guest, she is Ivelize Santiago, actor, story creator, producer, and director. Ivelize, we talk about your basically your winning
Mhm.
because there was a big challenge and basically you won this challenge that was lung cancer.
All right.
Now you passed all this, you went to Puerto Rico for 5 years, then come back, and in December you start making more of what you love, story creators, start
Yeah.
writing for different productions,
Correct.
different products that you want to have the people seeing. Tell us about some of these productions that you're working right now.
Well, yeah. So in December, before my birthday, they told me that I was in remission. No more Celoda. That was the pill that I was taking. So I was back. So I decided to take over. But you know what's the best thing about this? Because I have an amazing team. I call them my little angels. I have an amazing team. As soon they told me that I was back in remission and I decided to take over what I left behind, I reached out to all my friends. Nobody has said no to me. None of my friends have said no to me. As soon as I say, "Hey, I'm back. I'm gonna start doing this," everybody's be like, "Hey, count me in, count me in." So I've been very blessed. First of all, I have been very blessed with the team that I have. I have many friends. They're here today helping me. So right now I have this chase. It's talking about the human trafficking, which as a movie, there we working on it. We have Jasmine Mejias. We have Carlos Merced. Shiki Star is doing his first antagonist over there. He's gonna be the villain in this one.
Nice.
Um,
You're gonna bring the baseball bat.
I'm
I can imagine.
yeah, he's gonna have the Chiqui's gonna have the baseball bat, and among other actors and
Yes.
actresses. I'm also doing the other woman, which you are being part of it, which is talking about obsessive. It's about obsessive. It's the obsessive syndrome the people have. So the other women talk about that. Talk about the how a couple go. You know can go over family stuff about their marriage it's talk about many things. Then we have between the branch. That's the other one. Between the branch, it takes subjects about bullying. It takes subject it's about bullying, it's about autism, and it's about cancer. So I'm bringing all those on the table based on true story as well. And then we have Guy Me, which is the story about this blind John fellow who
Okay.
fall in love with a regular person and is encountering all these situations to try to fit in a world that he cannot see. So
Wow.
yeah, so I'm taking over
Wow.
that.
That is basically from December now.
From
It's
now
8 months. In eight
in
months,
8 months.
she's been working on all these projects,
Yes.
and started filming some of these projects.
Yes.
We've been blessed to be working with Iveliz in The Other Woman, and thank you for allowing me to be part of the cast on this project. I basically enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Oh, we've been blessed to have you. It's fun to see him. His character is it's a very sweet character, very outgoing character, and for us, it's been a blessing to have you. No, you. It's an honor for us to have you in the production.
And is my first Spanish
Ah,
production ever.
with me.
Ever, because I've been doing many things for on the Anglo, and I have this opportunity to work on this, and also the opportunity also to be gonna be part of the chase as well.
As well.
When I received that news when you did on your TV show, because people, she has a TV show, and let me tell you, when she announced that on the show, everybody in my home they were screaming, jumping, and I did basically I paused it and I, okay, let's do it again.
Let's review. Let's review. Let's review it.
Yes, that was one of the stories of my life because I was looking to do something in Spanish. You know, from Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
And all the opportunities that it has so far, there was Anglo, in the different markets, but Anglo. And now we've been doing some stuff in Spanish, and
Yeah,
we,
but you was called for the chase, right? So
yes.
look at this word. So we call him for the chase, yay! And then when like a month ago, I call you and I say, "Hey, are you interested to do before the chase? I have this going. Do you want to be part of this one as well?" He goes like, "Oh, sure, why not? What am I doing?" I say, "You a doctor? Oh, okay."
And the funny thing, and you probably don't remember this, when I was telling you yes, I was sat inside of a plane flying to
Yes,
Puerto
you was
Rico.
flying to Puerto Rico. He was like, "Hey, this is awesome. Hey, can we talk about it? Because I'm in a plane right now."
Yes, yes. And it was like, hey, count on me.
He's like, "I say whatever it is, count on me."
Yes, yes. And basically, working with all these actors and people they start in this beautiful career, but also people with a lot of experience. That make
Amazing.
you like, okay, you want more, you want more, you
Yes,
want more.
like I say, I have an amazing team. I have best camera. Boy, you met Leo. Leo's been working with me for like, oh my god. Leo's been working for many productions with me. He traveled with me and put to Puerto Rico as well. We was 2 years ago in Puerto Rico. Filming. I have Leo. I have Brenda. I have, oh my god, I have Shirley Rivera. I have an amazing team. I have Danny. I cannot leave Danny. Danny's the one to do the editing and everything. So I have all this team, and I think this is what make things happen. When you have an amazing team
Yes,
and they have knowledge, everything goes smooth. Because today, how many scenes we killed today?
yes. We
We did like 4 or 5 scenes today.
a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more
Well,
than
because we include some B rolls here, there,
there. Yeah,
and basically creating the whole story
stories. Yeah.
behind the situation with the other woman.
Yeah, so
Yes,
yeah, so when you have an amazing team, I think things go so smooth, and and it is a good environment because
yes.
we cracking up and everything. We cracking up on each other. We make fun of each other in a very respectful way, and I love my team.
And basically, very professional
Yes,
set,
environment. Yes,
very professional, and that is part of being in the business. Being in this business now 37 years. I don't
I know,
remember.
but to tell you're older than me on this. I only been 17, so
I started as a young age of 12 on radio, and,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. You can say it was
continue.
12. Yeah.
Yeah, continue then doing other things. But yeah, most definitely it was a great, great experience. Um, Now, we're gonna take another short commercial break, but when we come back, we want to know social media. We want to know the channel information about your channel, where the people can
Sure.
start seeing your show and other shows on your channel, and anything that you want to share with our
Absolutely.
audience. But let's take this short commercial break, and people remember, stay tuned because we have more and more and more great guests here in Beeline to Passports, always on GKI Radio. We are back. We are back from commercial break. Great music, and you're listening GKI Radio. My name is Joe Batista. I'm the host of Beeline to Passports every Monday at 8 p.m. And tonight we have a special guest. This special guest, she is a director, producer, story creator, actor. Her name, Ivelize Santiago. Ivelize, great stories, amazing projects then you are developing, because every single project then you're working, they have a message,
Yeah. Mhm.
and the world will see that message and will identify
Amen.
with many of those, because they have challenges, family challenges, mental, society challenges,
Yes.
and the most important, the word of God that is involved on all these projects.
Hmm.
Now, where the people can start following you on your social media. Also, tell us about your channel, the Prime TV channel,
Sure.
and where the people can, download it or start seeing your projects on Prime TV.
Well, I'm from the old school, so most of the it's on Facebook.
Okay.
So you can find me as my name, Ivelize Santiago, Ivelize with Z, Ivelize, Ivelize Santiago. You can find me like that on Facebook. Most of my followers are in there. Um, Instagram, yeah, I do Instagram. Yeah, I have this button that you choose whatever you put in Facebook goes over there
Automatically.
automatically. So you can also find me in IG. Is Iveli Santiago. YouTube Iveli Santiago. Um, we have a channel called Primetime Digital TV, so you can find us as a if you put www.primetimedigitaltv.com, you can find us the channel. We also on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Kindle, and Vimeo as a Primetime TV. So yeah, you can find me there. I have my show on via live through all the platforms that I mentioned. It's every Thursday at 7. Entre nosotros con Ibelice. So you can guys follow us in there as well.
Awesome, awesome. And because we have Anglo and we have also Spanish speakers, they listen this show. For the Anglo, don't worry, she does this in Spanish, but you can put the closed caption.
Yeah,
They basically translate for you.
and most of the time I do Spanglish, you know that, right?
Yeah.
In my channel, we do Spanglish too. But yeah, you can put subcaptions on it, and you can have them in English as well.
Yes, yes. And because we have audience from South America,
Everywhere.
Europe, South Africa.
South Africa, what was so that you mentioned in my last program? I have somebody from it was not from South Africa. It was for Pakistan.
Pakistan, yes.
Pakistan. And I asked them, I said, messages from Pakistan. I say, what time is in Pakistan over there?
Wow.
And I was very surprised. I was very shocked. The people from South Africa, and they got connected to the. It's amazing.
Yes, because people, they want to see something different, because sometimes and they are in certain regions,
Yeah.
then basically it's news, bad news,
Yeah.
yellow news, red news.
Red news, yellow, purple. So it's
But they
amazing.
want to see something different. They want to see and learn other cultures.
Yeah, it is awesome,
And
and I appreciate that.
and that's why the people start connecting with the different social medias and also on different channels. And we have the bless. Then when we started years ago with GK Radio, the audience, they started growing, 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 and we see a lot of people. We receive emails and messages. Yeah, I'm following from UK. I'm following from South Africa, Kenya. I finally was like, wow.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. You'll be like, oh my god.
Yes, you get surprised, but at the same time, like, okay,
Okay, I like that. I like
I
that.
love it.
I love it. I love it.
I love it. Ivelize, has been a bless
Oh, thank
and
you.
also a pleasure having you on our show, learning everything about you.
Thank you.
And like I always said to my colleagues, break a leg
Thank you.
on all the projects, in all the projects, and anything that we can do as a actor, producer, and being working on production.
Thank you.
We're here to work with you, and also anything that you want to share in the future, will uh, media or on the show. The door's always gonna be open.
As well in my channel, I was in prime time and as a friend, in other projects because it's coming soon and it's we will maybe soon we'll give you another exclusive over here. Así
There
que
you go.
stay tuned.
There you
Thank
go.
you,
And,
Jose.
and when they have, some of these on a premiere, we will let the people know
Sure.
where they can, access and get the tickets and be part of these amazing projects. People, thank you for being with us in another show, in another Beeline to Passports. And remember, be a leader, rock the world, inspires others with your emotions in control. Good night.